Every community in Igbo society observes the 4 market days. Of course, when I say these 4 market days, I'm actually alluding to the Eke, the Ori, Afo, and also the Nkwo. These 4 market days is the average Igbo week before the coming of the colonial masters, which brought along with them the 7 days in a week. But despite having these 7 days in a week, the Igbo still observe these 4 market days. Do you even have an idea how these 4 market days came into existence? Well, in this video, I'm going to be telling you the origin of these 4 market days. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Hello beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Ebuka and I welcome you back to my channel, the Igbo Lab, where we teach you everything about Igbo language, Igbo culture, Igbo history, as well as Igbo art. And in today's video, we shall be talking about the origin of the Igbo 4 market days. Okay, now if this is your first time of visiting my channel, you are welcome. Do consider subscribing so you can be updated anytime I post a new video. Now let's get straight into the video. Now, before I proceed, it's important to put out this disclaimer. The information I'm about to give you right now is not entirely scientifically proven as such. However, it is contained in Igbo historical records, and they are actually gotten from the Nri, myths and legends. Now, the Nri myths and legend was the way the Igbo explained a whole lot of phenomena before the coming of the Europeans. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's get started. According to Igbo historical records, it was during the reign of Ezenri Jiofo I that the Igbo market days culture was actually instituted. Now, Ezenri Jiofo I was the 5th king of the Nri kingdom. It's important to understand and remember that Nri and 4 other towns were the only towns that had kings before the coming of the Europeans. Ezenri Jiofo ruled the Nri kingdom between 1300 and 1390. 4 strangers visited his palace, and when these 4 strangers visited, these 4 strangers had baskets along with them. In some other quarters, they described these 4 strangers as also 4 wise men. When these 4 strangers visited Ezenri Jiofo I, they acted and pretended not to be able to hear and also to speak. Ezenri Jiofo tried as much as possible to converse with these strange men, but they actually pretended that they weren't even listening or they weren't even speaking. They did not actually state their mission, neither did they even state their names, even after all attempts to hear their names. So, angered with that, Ezenri Jiofo ordered his maid, Adamma, to take them to the visitors' quarters where they are going to pass the night. Later that evening, Ezenri Jiofo moved to their quarters, but this time he had a kola nut along with him. Now remember, according to Igbo culture, when somebody visits you, it is ideal to offer the person a kola nut. If you do not offer a kola nut, the person can leave and believe that you never welcomed him to your house. Ezenri Jiofo I went to their quarters in the evening, went along with the kola nut, and this time he offered the kola nut to them, but surprisingly, these guys did not even give him a warm welcome. They did not even act as if they accepted the kola nut, neither did they even reject the kola nut. They continued pretending not to even hear or understand what the king was saying. Later that night, while the men slept, the king's soothsayers sent in a rat to go and disturb these 4 gentlemen. While they were sleeping, the rats moved into action and now began to eat the baskets that these men came with. When the rat ate the first basket, one of the men woke up at night and screamed aloud, "Hey, Eke, save that basket quickly from the rats." And then the rat left the basket and moved to the second basket and began to eat it. And then the second person screamed aloud, "Ori, save that basket quickly from the rat." And the rat left the second basket and also moved to the third basket. And then the other one screamed, "Afo, quickly save the basket from the rat." And this way, the king was able to know the names of these visitors. In the morning when they woke up, they were so surprised to notice that the king now eventually knows their name, because the king now began to call them by name, one after the other. At this point that they began to let their guards down. In fact, the king offered the kola nut again to them, and this time they accepted the kola nut. And after eating the kola nut, one of them who acted as their spokesperson, Eke, moved closer to the king and handed over his own basket to the king. He also collected the 3 other baskets that belonged to the other 3 friends of his and also gave it to the king. He told the king that it was Chukwu that ordered them to come to the earth with those baskets. And he also ordered the king to drop the basket at the shrine of the Mri. Mri has a shrine in Mri. These men ordered the king to drop the basket at the shrine of Mri, and that is where the basket belonged. They also told the king that from that day onwards, they should begin to count the names of their day according to the names of these men. Which means any day that they wake up, it becomes like Eke day. The next day, it becomes the other person's day, Ore day. The 3rd day, it becomes Afo day. While the 4th day, it becomes Nkwo day. This they said, and they also commanded the king that they should also begin to name their children according to the names of the day that they were born. This means if a child is born on Eke day, that child bears names like Mweke, Mweke, and so on. Children born on Afo day now goes with names like Nwafo, Mbafo, and so on and so forth. While children born on Nkwo day, you hear names like Mankwo, Mbankwo, and so on and so forth. The same applies to the children born on Ore day. Having said this, immediately they delivered their message, these 4 men disappeared. Then the king, Eze for one, turned around to his subjects and gave them a decree. In fact, he told them that starting from the next day, as they wake up, they should begin to name their days according to the names of these 4 gentlemen that visited. So they began to name their days, because before the coming of these 4 strangers, they will never name their days. They just wake up and go to work. They don't have names of days, but immediately after these men left, the king gave that command, and that became operational from that day onwards. The king also gave them a charge that every child born on a particular day, according to the names of these men, must be named according to the day that the child was born. And that became the practice. And it started from that day, and up to this very moment, the Igbo has continued on that path. And that is exactly how the Igbo had the 4 market days. Now you know how the origin of the Igbo 4 market days began. And you can tell that to another person. If you're watching this video up to this very moment, that means you're getting value from this video. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many people as possible for them to benefit from this kind of important information. Also, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button right now. With that, you'll be updated anytime I post a new informative video such as this one. Having told you all this, I believe now you'll be able to know why someone bears the name Mbankwo, Mwankwo, Mweke, and so on and so forth. Spread information. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.